Reality. Dancing time, you know. Atuke, jigida, atuke, jigida, atuke.
Anikekpekwu, God will lead us. Able you today, tomorrow, Papa President. Yeah, we believe because in the one yourself, just only one person you don't win. Mr. Wokolo made the transformation. The illusion now was Wapua or no Bobo, not at Andrew Pudos also. That means now they know about Bana College into Menambana College. You are now the Piconica. I go to or when I knew any journey from Lagos. I go to Poketu, the Itiawolo. When the Bana Bodo. Can say when I need in the Golente. Or when the phone no mal, more mine I mean. Or when the more malo no mine I mean. But I will have one of the Alpha Mancha, I java more or Kamibu. Youth. So, only no cap, what no can on African Mr. Fulani. Am I correct? Fulani Salami. Is from Ogun State. Obeys in Lagos is a resource person. So because owner cooperative with him so that we can move forward. Dalome. Kulima. Youth. Progress. Youth. Progress. Youth. Progress. I'm happy to be here. And sorry, I can also speak Igbo. So it's not as if I cannot speak Igbo. It's just that it is not my primary language. But Igbo might be Igbo. I think I will hear in Sakwari. So that I'm saying this so that we can all be on the same page. The essence of all these things is Kaiwoto wine. When we understand what it is that we are talking about, I am sure it is to the benefit of both everybody within the community. So, like I said, I'm happy to be here. I want to share just few words on what we can do as youth to combat crime. All of us know that Ivainaya now generally is Oku, Obara, Uduadero, Imago, Ori, Inemu, Jonjo. Those things we know that is bad. And there is no way I know believe after that we can make progress. Unfortunately, this thing is not so bright and it's not our fault. This thing is designed to be used in a darker environment. But because this whole place is bright, so the projector is not very effective. But I will make it up with what I say. The title of what we are discussing is youth and crime. How do Anikpekwu youth join in the fight against crime in our society? Is that correct? Yeah. Because as I am now, if you ask me to wake up in the night, there are no vigilante, you are just wasting your time. I don't have the strength again. Who are those who have the strength for such things? Is the youth. That is why we need to bring out, we need to discuss within ourselves why youth must join, why youth should see that there is no crime in the society as their responsibility. Now,
that's 28.
This is introduction. The first one there. Sorry. The first one there is protocol. That is, I greet all the big men here. I greet the PG. I greet the president. Sorry, can I recognize the president of the youth? Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Come with all kinds of sacrifices, and I can imagine how it is. May the Almighty continue to endow you with the wisdom that you need to lead them aright. Thank you. You can sit down. So I recognize him, the youth of Anikpekwu. Once again, I say youth. Not the progress in the talk. Youth. Progress. So also, I greet our daddies and mommy, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for here. Anikpekwu Development Union for realizing the fact that discussing with and mobilizing our youth to be in the vanguard of the fight against crime and criminality is a task for all and should be a critical feature of this year's summit and homecoming. Therefore, it is my pleasure to be with you today. I do hope we will have an interesting time together. It is my pleasure to be with you, and I do hope we will have an interesting time together. Let me also say, at any time, if you feel that you need something to chip in, as we are discussing, please just raise up your hand and then we can listen to you. Or if you want clarification, if there is something you don't understand, please draw my attention to it and then, so that we ultimately understand ourselves. The first thing I have there is that all crimes is a kind of disease and should be treated as such. Why? Crime is a deviant behavior. What do we mean by deviant behavior? That is, onye na-eme ife ọ na-ekwesịrị ime. All of us, even in the olden days, all of us, even akpalo, things that are not acceptable by society standards. And all those things, Onya, or Abu, mother decide they are not going to do that thing. I say, no, they do. Is that not correct? And if they do, Onya can crime. That is what they call crime. Now, this man is this is a quote by Mahatma Gandhi, former president of India. He's trying to say that before mother had decided, all man even about all man and one was supposed email to the mayor. Now, I'm sorry to say, something is wrong. That's why, that's why I said it is a disease and should be treated as such. Therefore, it is very important because the thing is not right. Is that correct? That is what another one is behind every crime is a story of sadness. The only way to those things that are wrong, that ultimately ana check here even type I that's living in bondage. And the thing. Always be able to say, oh, you understand? It became a case of sadness because the consequences of even family. Oh, God will force you this thing shouldn't have been. So ultimately, any crime, when you commit any crime, it ends up in sadness. That is the truth. Ka ịkọwara anyị onwe anyị ihe a na-akpọ crime. What I have here, crime definition from Oxford Dictionary describes the act as activities that involve breaking the law. Activities that involve breaking the law. That is oge asigo na ama na-eme ibe a. Once we are breaking or moving in, is that also? Even a positive crime, onye mụ ma ga-emeri atịghị ndị anyị kwego na ya ma na-eme. Crime always go with punishment. So, a search on the Google describes crime as behavior either by act or commission defined by statutory or common law as deserving punishment. That is, if onye mee ya na ibe anyị eme. So crime comes with punishment. It therefore means that for any act to be deemed a crime, it must be viewed by law or in some cases convention or traditional practice as an act viewed as inappropriate and deserving to be punished. Are we together? Like I said, if there is anything you want me to further explain, please draw my attention to youth, because I have people crime. I cover youth. Youth, on the other hand, is a type of life when one is young. All you can do is that people like us, is that not correct? Especially before one becomes an adult, and within this bracket, all within this bracket are known as youth, with the following descriptive characteristics. 1. Adolescence. That is the person or maturity. 2. Formative period. 3. Vigor. Decade. Her boys first that time. For somebody like me, working day, for 2 days you see that one because that vigor is not there. But told you, the next one is inquisitiveness. That is the time when I judge you now see I'm going to take you far. You understand? You will see youth are always inquisitive. My child take you far. Easily giving it to peer pressure. My friend is okay, come on, try here. Or a friend will go to his fellow friend and say, nah, the people boys in the let's get out. That is characteristics of youth. Freshness, early stages of life. Therefore, from the description of youth above, one can see why there is preponderance of youth in crime. Youth have energy, they drive, and can easily congregate. If all this is misdirected and misapplied, they end up in crime. That is all these characteristics of youth. Once it is misapplied, once it is misdirected, where it normally end up under his property, and they will not take it from him. Is that not what stealing is all about? Now let's ponder over this. We are now coming to our responsibility as youth. He who does not prevent a crime when he can encourage it to. Is that correct? You know that some people are planning to rob here. You saw them where they congregated and planning to rob your community. And you didn't see anything. You behave as if you didn't see them. Though you are not part of them, but you didn't report it, you didn't do anything, you walked away. Have you not encouraged it? That is where we are all now involved in how to prevent crime and criminality. That is, as youth, all who are Abari Okada, all who are there is hardly there is any angle of this community that one youth or the other does not touch in a day. And if you are not likely not to have observed strange movement, you would have seen the gathering of some boys or some people. You would have had one or two things. It is now for you to make sure that such thing does not happen. You have the primary responsibility of either coming together as youth to prevent that thing or reporting it. Please, let's take note of this. Happen on the negative side, and we are aware when that thing was being planned or put together, that either here or thereafter, that is why as youth we must be ready to do what? To prevent crime and criminality in our society. It is better also to prevent crime than to punish them. Is that not correct? It is better to prevent crime than to punish, because if we say we want to punish somebody, are you with me, who has killed somebody, and are we together? And then we now said that we are going to punish that person. If only any maybe, how do we repair it? It cannot be repaired. So it is better that we are part of the prevention, part of the effort to make sure that that thing don't happen. What is alternative to crime? You know, a lot of people think that crime is way of life, and we have shown that ultimately crime comes with regret, sadness, with negative consequences. We have just been able to show it, and I believe we all agree that that is the truth. Is that correct? Now, ego, for example, if we must be ready to want to do what? To want to get involved in hard work. Secondly, a life of honesty. Because adding value. I mean, I can see whoever comes, see what you are doing here. You have added value to this environment. And that is how a person who has decided not to get involved in crime, that is the kind of life you should be living. Generally be your neighbor's keeper. That is, make sure that you do not harm your neighbor. And thirdly, being guided by Christian virtues. Amen. Especially the Ten Commandments, what God has asked us to do and not to do. What we mean by that, that is an alternative life to crime. What does God expect of us? I am preparing this on the assumption that we are all Christian. Anybody who is not a Christian, please, my apologies. I am a Christian, so when I'm preparing this thing, I'm likely to use my own belief to prepare a thing like this. So what does God expect of us? A crime-free life is what God expects of us. And these are clearly amplified in the following verses. Exodus 20:13, I think when we get home we can read it. Exodus 20:13, John 14:15, Psalm 11:5, Ezekiel 18:20, Proverbs 25:26, Matthew 10:28, Proverbs 6:16-19. We will now see. I'm bringing in a different dimension for us to know that for us not to live a life of crime is also in consonance with what our Christian faith demands of us. How do we join in the fight against crime? The first one, work and collaborate with other agencies. What do I mean? This is a youth section, I believe. You are the youth group of the village. Now, if you work, for example, with youth of it is your responsibility to report back what you see. I will tell you why I say so. But, okay. See, I also have indulged in substances, and I also know that most of the time when you take such things, you are high. Now, when you are high, two things, you are likely to be disposed to two things. Easily disposed to two things. One, anger. You are likely to be easily disposed to anger. The things that might provoke anger in you when you are not taking any stimulant. That is like, I give you an example. Mother oil, when you are not taking, you are most likely once you have taken, the preponderance to want to reject that insult is high. Do you agree with that? Be honest. Okay. I'm telling you because I have also taken, and I've also been among people who have also taken. Are you with me? Yes. The level of response are not the same. Are you with me? You might not likely charge at once, but the way you will behave when you have not taken, and the way you will behave when you have taken, they are not the same. You might not immediately become violent. Your response to violence, you are quick to respond to violence and not be the same with some other person. But you are also still predisposed to violence. It's just that you might be able to hold it better than the next person. But the thing opens door. Drugs opens door for you to be quickly angry. You are likely, when you are not taking something, you are likely to see a girl that is not beautiful, ugly. You are not taking something. But if you are taking something, you are likely, so everybody is likely to be beautiful in your eyes. It's true. So let's not just agree. Let's be honest with ourselves. Immediately you are not, you say, that is number one. That's number one. Number two, when you take something, because of the state of your brain, you believe everything is possible. You believe you can, You look at the woman. So you understand. But if you are not taking something, in a human being there are two parts. You cannot say, no, okay. And the other one has it. The money that you have cannot sustain it any longer. You will start looking for extra sources of income. Is that not correct? That is it. Can you now see communication? Can you now see how drugs drive crime? It has been established. Then another thing is Kai Pokoto one as boys from there. I think even it will do. Obviously, I can go fever. Okay, you are not doing something. Everyone is doing one money or when you say something. I don't have the law. They look for the thing. They look for it. They can decide to have a low job. They can decide to have marry somebody something. So, drugs, I have seen people who have been able to successfully get convinced in this one. He was very convinced in this one and that he was going to make sure that Jesus Christ not want to do and he's going to clear all of them. Until he met a power that was beyond him. That power subdued him. Are you with me? If anybody needs such power, you can change. That's one. Two, if anybody keep reviewing what he is doing, to try to think the man and be okay. And there is that part of you. Oh, I mean, if you are why. Show you that everybody can change. I can also see. I tell you, I say, why youth have this challenge is because they believe that there is no other way. And that belief is as a result of lack of knowledge. They say my people perish for lack of knowledge. It is lack of knowledge. There is no situation you are going through. I was about to enter the university when my father died. That I will go to school. I won't lie to you. You may all go the wrong. I cannot do farming. So now I ask myself, okay, you may all go the wrong. What else? I don't even want when you did to crime and do it successfully, no matter what it takes, actual money. You know the amount of energy you need to move to escape death. And well, that's why I know that which other option do I have? Oh, is there? Okay. So I found a way. Even so, whatever it is that I have to do, I know that I just have to do it to be able to establish myself as a human being. So you just the body, it is in your heart. Please, more questions. Let's see, pour out whatever it is that is a challenge you think you have. Either
big names when them when they like person when they say you get corrupt, they smoke. I mean they do one kind of character. And person when they say you get innocent, it's not used to do anything.
Why do they like?
Yes. Because I've came across such people that when they see you say you can imagine when they say no they do anything, they hide, they cover based on maybe what you do or something that is more dirty. They will look you as somebody that is not in there. But when you see you say you can man when they smoke or you they they fight or something that will call you to your body. And you say you need something like no said, but not as you say you neutral person will say no, they do anything bad. They will not even support you or anything. No, you come to them, but I beg, I want to do this business, I want to do this thing. They will say you. So that may be how we keep it on. The ball will never pop like this. I have to do it.
One thing in Turkey, man, ndị Gaima na-enwe ọnụ and yes, and they have the tendency of befriending people. Some of us a mall. The other side in because you see, they believe that everyone will find a bit that it will speak for them. But they don't also know that everyone will find a bit. Can send a picture of Oyama before they know. Do you understand? But that guy, man, all family more. You understand? And they will, because they know they don't have means of livelihood. Even if to get something or didn't and nothing will come. But if you want to do it, you will not pay attention to such things. You understand? And you see, people do money. That's why they offer help. They always believe that everybody will see their righteousness and bless their righteousness. And it is not most of those people, they can't see their righteousness. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. So they will always be doubting you. But of those other people, you understand? Why because like I said, they know how to befriend people. That is the simple reason. If change your strategy, you will cut the two together, you will see that you two will make way. Guys, let me explain what I meant by that. One, you must show that you can do. Big guy man, he is young, raw upstairs. Yes, they will, and they fire. That is made as a long stairs. It goes 6 feet. Senior block, mayor like this. Senior put that. If I go, they will be saying with confidence and with authority. That guy is a what but he is there with righteousness, with clear heart, believing that even the Jiboya will so because there is no point, but he is righteousness saying he may present anything. That guy may know you. That's it. Before me, and he will not say it. Is that not correct? That is what that is the reason. So it is for you now when you want to auditor into a bank. Into a bank. There is a time I wanted to set up a distillery. And then they my proposal, feasibility study, everything is okay. Bank, they invited me. And I've been in one activity for over 30 years. They believe in that now. Over the team of Karatin now. But those people, they didn't believe me. One of my solutions, I was talking and saying, I'm an even name, but they are also feeling that far from going on name. Another person, normally, Already man about caramel, not to talk of alcohol. But then you go. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. So that is. Well, Yes, any other question? I want more questions. You are the beginning. Eh? So I can run it up. I'm on my go, but before we enter item 7, any other question? Well, there are no other questions. I thank you for your time. I want to plead that we don't see this exercise as a very mostly an. It is a guide that will help our community. It is a guide that will put us on the way to us becoming something useful in future. Thank you and God bless everybody.
A program like this later on, at the end of it, somebody will vote of thanks, whether the president or his vice or any nominee from the youth or any association. Why do you do it? If you just say it's in the matter, which is normal. So I thank you people. I can only who knows if you don't know to listen to what is going on. Don't take it that now. One day within your own time. It was only a way to a debate. Sometimes I have to believe me. Sometimes we can pick up another home. People want to have a mother for one. Only my Anikekpekwu. If you learn on I now always see about the teaching now. Always see about teaching now. Always see about I talk I could I suppose you say, you know, questionable, who got you could be out teaching ya. You got the label, Obibodo. Myself, your band say, spiritual team, Anikpekwu online. So these are the 5 persons that are coaching. Why are we planting it? Fruitfulness. Yeah, you see, no man here is teaching ya. What that tree represents is fruitfulness. I quiet today night in Nanya. I bought Mofuben. Then you see everything with Kaiba. So, you look at guy there. You look at Neanya, Noka, only Ichiaqua. I turn out to everywhere. I turn out and them out of Wabin with Hula. All nine messing now by Monday. By up 9 weeks, there we could do about 1 for the so that two people here is going to be very fruitful. It's a fruitful tree. It's a very good tree, a fruitful tree. It has spiritual implications. What is it? Fruitfulness. AC no Kamado. When you know one thing in about 7-10 years ago, when I've been in Port Harcourt. 2, Ofubu Olume, Ofubu Ube. You go from horticulture people. Olema Ajunomena. Ube Ajunomena. So they came, they Munokuma, my wife. One lady see me, will up your bedroom, Ube, Futia, like a boot. I did that this year. Okalana boot, Ube, William. Ube here, no, but Ajunomena. So I got angry. Because we get on our call, then I'm a little cooler, but I was not happy with it. So, I can book up for Ganaba. Indeed, I got a Mugunoha, Ubiam, Uba, a Memena, Obopo, because Mema. Don't know, you barely let us square booty before Mema. What is he representing? That you bet you have if I cook in winter or new. Even if now, if you Anikekpekwu work, I don't know there, but it lives. If you Bible very well, people be to put there. Even the trees, a penaka, it is there, it's pictorial. So people know, and now you know, of Remedy, who our vice president and the creator.
So, you're going to amend the idea here. Look if I name Panana well because since I knew by a youth, I can witness you such like this.
and n'ego oge na-esi tupu ya dime ụlọ unu si na ha idokwa mmanya bụ obodo idokwa n'ogbenye ọkarịzikwa ụnụ ma and emetinye a na-etinyezikwa aka ọrụ a na-alụ tupu ya du enyi ka arụ ya bụ ọrụ maka nsogbu arị na ọrụ na ya na-alụ ndị yutu jikwa tupu ya dumezikwa enyi o emete na ya na-alụzikwa anya lụ anya fọ anya ndị dadi anyị ndị erezikwa on top ụna anyị ha azụkwa ndị yutu because anyị nwapụ ndị n'ụlọ onwezikwa kachasị sedapụ ọrụ ka ọlụ sedapụ azụkwa ụna anyị ha azụkwa na ụmụ ụlọ ụlọ because ọ bụ na nke mụ iji ahụ ịmụ ịsọpụ nwa anyị nwa n'obe mbụ ụmụ ụlọ anybody ka kpọọ somebody onwe ọlụ dapụ n'ihu onye kasakalụ ọdị ọrụ ụlọ na onye kasakalụ ụdị ọrụ ụlọ nọ ya bụ empowerment so ọ bụla na dị ekele rice ịsọ ọ nọ na-akpọ anyị na okeke beans ọ okeke ndomi ọ bụ anyị chọzi n'ụdị a so ọlụ ka anyị chọọ because why we mmadụ na-abịa ọlụ at least that two people wey were look at my pan ụmụnne ala kwa ụlọ ndị nwa nwa nyezikwa aka so ọ bụrụ na ụlọ nwa na nwa ọlụ na ụlọ nwezikwa ka alụ n'ụlọ ụlọ ozi anyị ozi anyị wepụ ezigbo obi alụ ya bụ ọlụ so because na wesị na aka na-ekwe aka na-akwa aka n'onwe mana ikiri onye osi na ka ọ bụ isi ọkwa okwu onwe ka ọ karị because na izu mmadụ ozi ọrụ aka isizie obi asọ ya nwe ụsọ so ife anyị na-ekwe obodo dị elu ọ bụ na onwe ka ọlụ so rapụwa ụlọ anya ha ndị ụlọ because anyị afọla na nke na-enwe anya na tupu kere anyị aka this fall anyị ka lụọ because nke anyị lụrụ mgbe Anikekwu ịlụ before anyị ma n'aka osite ote nwe na ngere ka echi ka anyị fight daa hall anyị ba n'anya na asa ka fight ya because anyị ma kwesịrị ji ya bụ ije ọtụ nke na-efe anya osi na nke mmadụ jiri ofu nke na-efe anya ya ka ejide ka Chukwu nye anyị ego bọbụ na ego aka na ọba ha ka anyị rụọ ya bụ ụlọ so that anyị ekwuta na Anikekwu nwe hall anyị ama na we nwe hall so obe ego a nọ na pụ ha tupu ya na onye ka ewepụrụ ego anyị ka ejidere this hall ka anyị si kwu aka ọrụ ka anyị sikwa n'ike steeti
But she was not happy yesterday when she had that our movement changed, which was not what we discussed.
No, was something costly.
Something costly.
Sa number?
08039 37 83 70.
Okay. Branch?
Worry.
Okay.
And with our plan, if I think we'll be now, I begin with our lecture. Thank God for the life of the youth. I begin by 9. By 11:30, both the adults and the youth, I gather through with them. Then we need to be 30 minutes break. That break I with that 30 minutes just do come a canopy. Then a video meeting. That on or before 3. I honor the Senate this week against tomorrow. Because tomorrow I will get together tomorrow. Mother our Lord, even Jesus Christ, whom was here, come together, let us eat. Chukwu when we eat. So it's a command. Melo, ready. So that is for that tomorrow. But in my prayer, in the be alone, amen. We love very cool. Praise God. So, I could do because I'm a commander mother. Time is money. What I demand now, it's in the mother. If I don't take a letter, so I'm not seeing your video today. I'm an of the one you wear it a cool or maybe I name Asona. In your weapon, they have been today. You go back to one number. If you know when to hear a soldier, we are man at an hour. So that on the way they learn you low, and you anything to do a test. No say learn you low before just do it. The no one you go is on a thing, I should not block you learn you low. Even a mother happy you learn a comma. So, of my question, I mind of the year for my mind, I near me from a bit. So, this one, die if you do what I plan. I found out for Kanya or Mega. I did a play my any song, any apple. That apple for preparation. I did with Yahundi, I think I Benita Lopiano. I have Benito Bian one, something like that. So the idea is to prepare us towards the meet men. I'm a worker that will round off anything. What I work with questions on soft drinks and water. And you hear a bit mono, and of the same mono. Yeah, for those against tomorrow. So if you let you bully, bully, instead of what was there. Kunya Marine, Ichibo, Abalo Yakonyana. Follow me. So, only what if you couldn't? I let you know.
You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. We have come to say, Baba, oh. We have come to say, Baba, oh, for the life you gave to us. We have come to say, for your Son, Jesus Christ, who died for us. We have come to say, Baba, I will celebrate my God. His glory be raised and His glory be seen. I will celebrate my God. I will celebrate my God. I will celebrate my God. Let His banner be raised and His glory be seen. I will celebrate. He makes me wonder, oh Baba. He makes me wonder, oh Baba. Wonder, 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 wonder. He makes me wonder, oh Baba. He makes me wonder, wonder, wonder. Wonder, 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 wonder. There is something that makes me want me to your presence.
Chineke nke anyị n'ụwa na ya wee anyị ebedi anyị bụ Anikpekwu ebedi bụ anyị hiri n'ụha nwunye anyị nwere anyị bụ ka ya dị anya ebedi bụ ibe anyị eze edede anyị dara n'ụbọchị taa Chineke dị udo Chineke dị efe ọma ụmụ anyị wee bụ ha ọjị na onye nwe dịka ibe nwere ụkwa dị bịa si n'ọrụ oyibo bịa ka anyị eji n'ọrụ ebe ndị dị ụlọ ndị dị ọrụ oyibo bịa ekwuru ewe anyị ụmụ anyị rụha n'ọrụ oyibo arụha ụlọ ụmụ anyị ama arụghị n'ọfịa ofelebe ezi udo ofelebe ezi afọ ọma gọzie anyị ebe onye mba anyị adịda kọdịrị anyị mma gara na Kristi bụ onye nwe anyị Amen. Unu n'anya oge anyị dịka ka PG si kwu I re behind Kedu. Abuja branch present. Oh yes, Abuja represent. Good day on Tuesday up and Asaba branch. Yep, Pascal Enulwe. Abuja branch Ariana Ndozo Nozo. Asaba branch, yes. Asaba branch represent. Abo branch, Nihotono. Abo branch, yes. Abo branch represent. One day goes on. Any Chabundabo. Benin branch. Benin. Okay, and now I know get another camera. Port Harcourt, yes, Port Harcourt to represent. Billy Sunday where Wapahana bin. Worry, yes, Yabana branch. Abianando zone also. Worry branch. Yes. Because couldn't do worry branch all in easy. Odini koji moza in is also in easier. Obanam branch. All right, Obanam branch is present. Onitsha branch. Wanozo. Lagos branch. Lagos branch. All right. USA branch. Only the fair.
If I judge one of now, only the I need before buy granted. But before ya, or if I saw, let him out the sick wood your man. Why, man? Can that be a man and Jolly? Don't abuse him. I like Bible. If the Bible could honor your father and your mother. Why do you declare for your days to be long on earth? But if any sometimes I look now when like that. If I cook, because so when you become a father, you marry you know that only two bad now. Anikpekwu. If I could for 6 June, the new town. Anikpekwu any hello from now. I know call it in Ambo. We passed that stage. We fed your family, we patron and Avakala and see any
don't wait for population. Eche nana nde mmadụ ncha ugbe tolube. Ndị ọkpa ndị born now. He's always telling me this. He always say, don't wait for crowd, don't wait for population. 2 persons, 1 person can move on. But I said something the other day that Benmon and the YouTube and the Anikpekwu my place I will meet it. You swear that in life or in any community or any country, the only thing you need is mother toys or culture domain. Anikpekwu today. You only need 3 persons. If you ask me why. The 3 persons is 1. Only is the only Malay Dao. Why did I see like I don't know here? The idea will be that today, no way in Anya as before town hall, the past executive will tell them under the leadership of Venerable Dr. Martin Shekoko. This site I don't even care anymore. This one must be built. Calling out Tonjo, Olemao, Miri Dezo, Amonamo, Ikeni, we must build it. 2, try to discourage people. Cannot go be anything and I see go be that don't know. Obi Bodo. You will see Obi there, yes, Anikpekwu seat of authority. But Ogobi Bo Ikibodo Ncha. So in Anya throughout this period, before that activities even in Kenya now. Near Job Foundation, Job Orphanage Job, they're able to take widows, palliative or whatever. Today again, in the European Council not there, just so on and so forth. Then imagine up now, I see, okay, can I even I name no go to what happens? Into a way failure. Yeah, I see that now Konye. I can see why will be now Anikpekwu program like this. Onye ọbụla achọ na onye ọbụla ka abahana ngela anyị na-ekewa igbodo ngele so ife elu onye ya ka ome ife onye mara ya ka ome so bel unu biko na ọjọjọ na Anikpekwu wepụ obi si ka anyị mefere nọ ọbụna we're even up to now some branches still not many big anyị kefunawa even up to now in Anya, apart from about 2 persons, so home branch up now where to Yaka, where kind of learning will win be half an hour. Time is money. How do I change? How do you change time I change anybody. The moment it's in 12 o'clock or 12 how can I possibly is moving on. So Paul man. Now, I see if I came, I query like him, we do it and we do it perfectly. In conclusion, in Nanya, the people that I know, in Nanya, Anikpekwu Tower, between now and few years to come. One of those things I do, I need poor people that now, after due consultations, Umuaka Anikpekwu, audience please. Umuaka Anikpekwu top one now. Because the Anyalika Awananya or the Fulalika level will bring your flowers. Indian Anikpekwu now to name street life. That is one of the things Anikpekwu in the Nanya name first. Or the executive street light, solar street light. 2. Anikpekwu with the vision of Eloma, this our hall. God knows how we are going to do it. Anikpekwu have in mind that Eloma this for like and Anapa and Kenelo. You know, Akwamuno we think could be today. Now, yesterday night I mean all night, and it was wonderful. Unfortunately, the mother piano, but before you solo, Anikpekwu chapel how our prayer now. If I made a teaching your brain, but or me no now is going to see Emma. Okay, people to do very soon. Enough now married doctor.
na nke ịdọ oge ịdọ nọ titi azụ akara na so must move on. Two like Okwu Hall afọ na ndị Anikpekwu na by his grace. That is part of our vision. Thirdly, I Anikpekwu tree planting in anya one today. Ndị mmadụ anọ ka na-egbutuzi ife akwụkwọ like oisi na ogbe. Why oisi nwere lọrị? Ịdọ nọ nwanne na anwụ amụma hile. Ịdọ n'okpuru oisi ga-ahụju oyi. But ọ na-ega ụzọ gabe nteme ga-elu probably si ihu esi enyi na anwụ na amụ dị chọbịa n'ọla mmiri. So because of it, I see like a poisi, not just a poisi, flowers, and the village actually add it to enable economic trees. So it's up now or make more. Why do we want to do it? Fruitfulness. Organihu. Ngelen ba ili mundu ega ko itaizane aijekubu. No ako sikwe na. Ye buna nuzo. Ye buza amai ubeji o person anyway. So I pay for banusu bo pelu koko for you umbo. And our mouth now. You understand? So we felt now it's necessary. No issue therefore like ube ulome. Or if necessary, back while you move. Or be Kejelu Nikekwe, in not him that payment is no way. All myself, no me. Then do you to see how Ben Army now, Kaiwa Jime Odi. Even 5 naira or 500 naira of Kaigo is something Kenya. It's adding value. It's adding value to life. Mbuko Bido. So I can not be able to believe who I face him. So we have the mind that the moment milling is man, I can do that tree planting. Gradually we get there. Run on. So I'll just call you to that now as time goes on. I need this like yo like this. I can wear a recreational center. I'm not you will have now. I'm not the recreational center chill on it. Like I will no, a very small place. Up now, by there, I noticed something in Germany. Now, Haribeg. When we if what hall, look at our top town hall. That town hall, we every Saturday. But if we make it now, we kill a favor one and they go a bottle of beer. No. Up in they go 500 naira. There you look we take 400 naira. That can do it maybe. So but if we miss it now, the man they call by now. Unless you came down. Na mele. Each year we be go put in your one. Siana you can look at you. Yeah we take poor man just okara. Unless you will go there we do another job, but that is how they do it there. So anyone how done of people know working. The military or whatever, just we can move on. Why are we going to do this? The idea we don't know which any I sume or any Ebola now. Because if it's a change, so because Bibles or tears of Naka, I don't dey piano, Kanja piano meal, Great Tiaka, Luponia Sai, who is winning. I Tiaka by wicked room. So I can take one ball in an man.
Women wing who came to iron out some issues bordering the women wing home branch. Accreditation. The branches and committees present are as follows, and only 4 branches paid their annual sitting fee. Asaba branch paid 2,000, Abo branch nil, Home branch nil, Warri branch 2,000, Port Harcourt branch 2,000, Obana branch 2,000, UX branch nil, Women Wing, Land Committee, Light Committee, Spiritual Committee. Arising from the accreditation, the PG, Mr. Christopher Odega, suggested the need to punish branches absent from the meeting without reasonable excuse. After critical deliberation by members, it was agreed that any branch absent from any conference meeting will pay a fine of 5,000 naira and a carton of beer. 4. Minutes of the last conference meeting. The minutes of the previous meeting was read by the Secretary Engineer to Abakse. The motion for adoption of the minute was moved by Mr. Francis Obey Azi and supported by Mr. Stephen Okwaje, both from Home Branch. Matters arising from the minutes. Anikpekwu Homecoming Conference / Summit. The PG said that Anikpekwu started Homecoming Prayer Summit under our father, Pastor Tony H09. He also said that the result of it has led to a vital development in Anikpekwu, and the present executive has decided to key in with the summit as handed over to him by the planning committee under the leadership of Engineer Pascal Emile. Arising from the budget was the issue of 5,000 naira compulsory levy. Prince David Seniyeke thanked the PG and suggested that he is not in support of the levy, rather the branch should take the Secretary Engineer Pascal The Secretary General said we will not still meet up with the budget. In support of the last speaker, Pastor Michael Oyane and Mr. Francis Azi, who added that branches can also support the house. Finally, the house agreed on free will donation. Anikpekwu website. The PG informed the house that Anikpekwu website has been created and encourage everyone to log in into the website. Land allocation. The President briefed the House that the embargo on land allocation has been lifted. Henceforth, those who are interested are free to apply. Furthermore, he also said that the cassava milling machine will be relocated due to the fact that it is now at a residential area. 5.4 Application for land allocation. The following persons apply for plots of land. Mr. Fexos Individual applied for a plot of land and extra. Mr. Isaac Ndoka Akpase applied for a plot of land. Engineer Akpase applied for a plot of land. Mr. Chukwu Obada applied for a plot of land. Mr. Charles Nabudewedosi applied for 12 plots of land. Arising from the plots of land from Mr. Charles Nabudewedosi, Mrs. Patricia Azikwe explained that the purpose for the plots of land is for mechanized farming, which will also empower our youth. Principal deliberations with suggestions were made by members of the House. In conclusion of the matter, it was resolved that proper consultation has to be taken, and Mr. Charles Nnabudo Wedosi has to meet with the House for more clarification. Women Wing. The President of the Women Wing Home Branch, Mrs. Grace Osemeke, on behalf of the women expressed their grievances over the outcome of their meeting with the Otuemema Home Branch. Mandating their wives to pay 50 naira monthly dues instead of 300 naira that was agreed by the women. She also said that it has contributed negatively to the project of the Women Wing, and they are soliciting for urgent attention from the central body. Furthermore, she said that it will be very difficult to convince the Women Home Branch to buy the conference summit concludes because they are angry with Otuemema Home Branch. The women to imbibe the spirit of forgiveness. Lastly, on this issue, the PG promised to visit the Women Wing during their next meeting. Finance. The following persons paid their annual dues: Pastor Tony H09, 4,000, Pastor Haixen Tupani, 4,000, Bishop Ezekiel Iyeke, 2,000, Mr. Charles Ofo, 6,000, Mr. Didi, I've not gotten the text name. Didi, 12,000, Nkwo Waneka, 2,000, booking of dates, 1,000, land sales, 160,000, sitting fee, 8,000, total, 209,000, expenditure, secretariat work, 16,000, Conference entertainment, canopy and chairs, 37,000. Balance for printing of letterheaded paper, 7,000. Total, 60,000. Balance, 149,000 naira. AOB. Electricity. The Vice President of Otoemema Home Branch, Mr. Francis Ase, briefed the House about the light issue. He also said that some houses that the owners are not residing at home are not complying. Prince Davidson Iyeke suggested that our fathers, 7.2. Prince Davidson Iyeke suggested that our father, Pastor Tony Echeonai, has worked hard and also faithful to Anikpekwu, and such, he should be officially regarded as a patron. Tax Force. The Secretary of the Tax Force, Mr. Francis Ase, said that they are not pleased with the way branches are handling matters after reporting to the task force to carry out their duty. He used Lagos branch and Warri branch as a recent challenges they encountered. After hearing from Warri branch, the PG concluded by mandating the Warri branch to remit the percentage that belongs to the task force unit. The adjournment. The motion for adjournment of the meeting was moved by Mrs. C. Iyeke from Okpanam branch and supported by Mr. Augustine Onyipe from Asaba branch. Closing. The meeting came to an end with a closing prayer said by Mr. Cyprian Okokwe from Okpanam branch at 4:45 p.m. So, Anikekpekwu, this is how about the minute of the conference meeting I see. So, Anikekpekwu,
20th of last month, of February, now we pay where could that where they need so that they can correct it. Oh, okay. Go ahead, sir.
Anikpekwu Organihu Bunkeni Mobile Prophet Tony Echeonai akwado ifoda akwụkwọ dị ụdị heka ọfụma. Kuna aka nụkwa bụ
yes, onye na mgbaha na ọgbahise garịrị ime nke onye feji tagide kpụma blọk ọrụmọ ugbo na achọzina ọ bụ na ebe ya amị na inwere ego ikejelụma ọ bụ na nsogbu ya, there is no problem. But na nke anyị chọọ ahụpụ na achọzina fụọ n'ịbụ na onye ebe ya nyọ na-atọ ọrụmọ ugbo ofu mgbaha agarị nke mgbaha na-abịa garị mgbaha atọ mgbaha anọ mgbaise anịrịbọọlị onwenye gbebe imebefu ọ bụ n'ọfịa aliwabe na ji ma na ọbịa onwenye zuru imebe n'okere nịga. So na be na ebedo mere si azụ ka ga nnepụ mmanya ka a makara ọba anelisi na ndị na-ekwu ụgwọ anụ ndị na-eri na redi ekewenyewe then onwe ngele ndị na-ejili redi si na adị anyị na otekwanụ ụgwọ anyị o no need another place ya bụ by enye another place ya bụ onye nekwanụ ụgwọ anyị enye another place. So that is the plan of the executive. So biko nu na biko nu hello very busy there so that when you get your email then your email ka nnaso
Fanekene PG Ukwana ọtụtụ ife n'ime akwụkwọ anyị na-eji izu n'ịtan baịna ọbụna na onye wepụ ya anyị for some time now ọrụ na o develop na after this meeting on Monday na anyị ndepụta ka agapeme maka ndị nọ na ya bụ igbodo koko enu ọfụma ọbịa sị na ọbụna na onwe ife ndị na-echagba okwu ọbụna onwe onye nwe ife ọchị tụkwasị enu ọ na-enye ohere ka ji kwuye okwu ya bụ reactions
Okay, after I'm going to Martin one of five as VP.
Which branch?
Asaba branch. Dalono. Maka ife na gabe since Tabato. Tani can be able since then I'm after ife na gabe na through video. So I'm major gonna the home branch. And some of us you see outside the here, you know, on ground since 3 days ago. So people know any channel there and after Jesus. The air entry to your go Oku chairman to consigning and before Kumaya Bokwane, Oku email Oku about economic freedom. Because I bought like a good for my position of flower, fruits of macaron, and other things. So, Okumado Kwane, or about chop her some points in there. If you chop a member that I need to hear when as indigenous. On my own side, I feel that not too small. Only too small. 100 by 60. 50. Okay, 100 by 50. Okay. Okay, now, in Nanya, Ibodo is still developing. And I can develop, we are seeing form of village. And when we find the village, when we find the northern ship, in Igulu Moto, by a moto, as we are quartered in a village. And you have to marry in this village. When we try to marry Bodo today, Ije Lagos, or Ije Abuja, or Ije Asaba, if by Bodo, we try to marry. Number one, the tomato. Like Azona, that tomato fire lumbo. Number two, Buji. Gary now, all Kakwa the Marizane. So, in Nanya, I put that in sometimes you just feel Bodo, if you need to walk there. If you need to bear, if you need to go, you go, and other things. Now life is changing. The youth is coming up. Benny Bimbo, that is where our great grandfather say no be. We are now migrating to the new side. Yeah. Now up by your there. And this is if we find any onion waka. I'm not value here. On one might be value. Remember might be value. And I hear you get that thing. But why if you get there? Okay, that channel name. Why am I that green? I go have Busafia. Why if you media with okay, that channel name? A man, he might result, he might result. So, if you make people, chairman, under your leadership, and make people when yaka, and I never young when now that 50 by 100, I never know intact. So me, I'm not suggest a couple 100 by 100.
Good.
So that double in Lusa no.
Yahoo space.
For what space? If you bear, Okapuha, Iwaluba, the matter is Ijitoka. If you look at that, if you keep Kasa, if you don't feel like you have made your point. So become
100 by 100.
Yes,
Point.
Ife PG Ikwu Hinne, so Olema ka onwe nke anyị tụkwasị aka. Nke m nwa tụkwasị aka bụ membership drive. Abịa m alịọ PG na ndị otu ndị executive. Ekwena m okwu na ifele ka ahụ isii gaa ini. Lagos hinne. Lagos nọ ka steeti ka ọ bụ. So ndị Anikpekwu nọ Lagos wahizikwenne. So anyị amaghị asị Lagos branch. Kwa divide ndị executive na president wa biko wa wee akọnuche ke Lagos steeti. Maka na ifufu ụfọdụ si nọ Lagos, Ogun steeti kwa nọ. Nju Benin nwanyị ekebeni. Mana wa bịa wa si Lagos. So onye je n'ọlụ gaa Monday lu Saturday isi abịa mazi izu na Ikoyi maọbụ Solere be ya nwa si Ogun steeti bịa efe ya alelewa ya kwa ejine na-abịazi meeting Lagos. So biko PG na ndị otu kwụa divide Lagos lika ụzọ iri sef so that onye ọbụla amali na bụ ochemizu ka okwu mmadụ mebanwe Anikekwu ma
also known as Georgie Onucha Madison. Warri branch ka m ga-abịa. Na maka okwu a nwa na-ekwu okwu inekwu n'anya n'obodo ndị ọzọ ụmụ ụwa bụ Igbo na-apụghasị na-abasị ife apart from be diwe be nediwe be nebakwa anya ya nufu ni Okonjo Iweala ya nufu different positions like that some of these women are holding in society in Nigeria as a whole. People that na melu Ogwasukwu one certain time like that bafu there's something they land what be Okonjo Iweala onye Ogwashikobu but dia bụ onye Imo State Abia State sorry dia bụ onye Igbo you understand. So the woman requested for plots of land at Ogwashukwu and she was given. So about Lunta in Morocco, she built a lot, both industrial and in short, she built a lot of things there, which is also to the development of the Ogwashukwu people. So I'm using this opportunity. If I need to na Oyibo, Bumaka Omwanyi, na Yamanyi, na no say Onwanyi. My suggestion is that our daughters can be allocated plots of land too if they have something to build to contribute to our own development. That is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, go my Oba calling on. Now, sincerely, Alan, I'm happy with Lagos branch. I have to express my view. Lagos branch, personally, Alan, I'm happy with them. Makana, only family, Mebo as a Francis, if I demand him to obey. Vice Chairman, Home Branch, as well as Secretary Task Force. Only family, Lagos branch is the 500,000, 700,000, 800,000, 300,000 Yakonya Fuji. Sorry. Omonye Ife Kudo. Why is he 100,000 or 200,000? Mana, the unfortunate thing, Omepepo name witness is better no way Obako. Kapwan or me election over this present executive. Oh, the only person they be for the Bungo Koke based na on Uno. On our role, Uno Yakochukun of Yabe. Lagos branch where any representative, which is very, very bad. So, Une Kenepoku and your Fuma. Coming to Okwa Neku, if Obasani Okwane, my PG sir, I am already before Marasiko Jepelani, Open Mani Wu, Lesequama, Ejefona, Ife na Gofuma to avoid abuse. Mewana Ekuna Leko Kibanene, Yabulu, Wabemado Ane, already when Iwu, Mana, where Edukamaku, Wabe Madane. Leka kisiku a year. After a year, Uno enyezi a grace of 1 year for renewal. Renewal in the sense no nya fe ka akose ogwo. Onwikebu no ma body that full amount. But imbo kulili certain amount for the 14. Then after that year, we revoke where and the was a me Uno jeju anu ndi obende ozo. Look at getting the Kunonya Kugon of no messy way base here. Or carry apply upon only ready. Or reapply way be here. Men what an Moku and any. Or reapply way be here. Then Okwe develop where Manobanana like a bay here or fair. Makana Kokuba after that 2 years. I expire. Oh, your members. Anikekwu
Yes. Yeah, make sure that this program not very well. So such person can approach you not only maybe or not only both I don't know. And now with both are new deal. You see amba. Whereas no nanyaka idu komanu. So now we put 50 by 100 so go name. It will be do agani. So we must do it, we must teach women. In way, we qualify and they have we qualify it anyone. That is one. Two, ile ogbe ndị ọzọ ahapụ na pụtị na ekete man 50 by 100 or 100 by 100. I just remember like that. Before I mean to like the as far as this agency is concerned, I consult on them out. I join them double. When you chicken them double, who Andrew Cook, we consulted them. I told them to do more pure. I told them to do more zen. If you plan, if you are near by the same thing, if you plan, you go from the new Lagos, that last year. One university, when they got preaching, the National One University and General Hospital. But our problem in enough that now, if when it is 6,600 plus of land.
Acres.
I still have their profile now. I make conversation. I say okay, even if now I can do Kamanya BSC time, no problem. But I can know even if now the hospital, while we decide like the teaching hospital, you do the most well, you do more pure. When you do your teaching, you do the more well. You see that now you are connecting, I'm and do the most well. Your connection with Zuluki and all this stuff. Once you are connecting and like you know where that the whole of that block may be. One day I know it was I know that university. We paused somehow. I do not mind to go further because it's a very low physical property and it's a system house. Also going to put 30 by 30 and it's the follow. That means plus minus. Well, little money and the 20 by our so big money. In Nanya now came from Bana College. And the great banana, Lumbana College. The great banana, Lumbana College. The one they done on him, they done on him, something like Okamihu. If you okay, I won't know where he's going on. Patrick. You know, like today now, my new site is there near me. All good just follow that water party. All good guys today go me. You know, so something with that we can buy. You want more way. It's still return of Toby, like all good low and that water party. So anyway, it's somebody in a ground. I see that the man the model 100 by 100. I didn't know about Gampo. That is the truth. Then the children of whom Wabomo, Guapo, the woman and women. Women, then you're Unamanta again.
I don't know.
So I can say 9-1. Guys, serious, my scenario. I learn Managati in the next 2 years. So, Bono have to have it on me, and with the turn, and with the turn, so, two, equality, I listen like a book, in the clarification. Also, I take on it, up by 50 by 100, normally, you can build anything you want to do in time. But also, I take on it, the street. They call it now our police general. You make an empire of Panama. What in a life now is of Panama. You got that. That mango is more than 100 years old.
but you don't know what the nigga, if not, they're not in the outside, they do Indiana. In the outside, I want those mango. Nasaba. So I'm not even so skin. And if I got because you want to go with us and generate it. It's part of the progress. You can go, you know what I'm today, you pay in a Senate bank, when they do come out to come. Or we know the about 200 for now. So we need to plant the trees. I'll make it go 18 days today. Every morning plant, they need to go. I don't know this. Room of different how do you maintain it? You will make it easy. You wait this space. You wait it. You move on. Then not if you locate in the go plan, in the right plan, you know you go a mile that now. Only I want to meet Canada in your Greece. Grace of 3 months. All what you need to apply. And this also brings it that now. And I remember today, if you remember open driving of membership, each one today, it can be better. You apply to your brand, you copy yourself. Your Olusianaka, I think you will reform. I'm asking for your jail, it's no or you do, now your brand. Then if you are give them 1,000 naira to me, our account, I need form. You will need a picture, you see a passport, you see a full subject. You know, if you say, in the car sign that thing with myself, will be now land allocation chairman. On one sign now, then your branch chairman is going to sign. One sign now, see now, only now lose all. That is finding. That is talk of the meeting or anything. They are not me a meeting. Your chairman are just signing the idea, not our reference now. You see now, we see now, a big guy a meeting, or sign a meeting. Yaka Kudu, young people, so that is the rule. So I talk with that, we will hold him responsible. So I never let us let you learn that you know, you must do something. Be a man now, who will be seen that this don't do good, this don't money, so that I give me qualification. Then lastly here, Amala that now the foundation of the policy, we will look into the job locally to Anikpekwu.
Chika kakwama now for Jesus. Because now in your talk about we are no bupo bu ike no solo bu John ike na ya du ani lu be rai no na lu si baba ye me you marry ani no you marry fe ese di go nya pa mi aja ye ma ani bo mo ani be kwa se da lo maka mmiri ni chere na ni aye kere maka ife nchi du ani me baba nkechi riaka echi kaka na ni ma na fa Jesus nde na ko di du na wa nde ka balu be teni du na wa du esiko wa tutu echi ka bia be ni je guri ko mu ne ba je tu lo ka si meme ku be nwa ni beku ka holo ni we si hu de ka PG se kwani na fa Jesus chukwu ekene n'otito lele n'afa Jesus onye nwere ka ego amara nke onye nwere na mmekọ nke mmụọ nsọ na onye anyị ugbu a